Hi, this is Deborah Clutter, and I have a new project for you, and this is going to be an in the hoop embroidery project, and we're going to be making a bag. So this was my first attempt at the bag, and this is a little anime girl. Now I have to tell you my process for making this design. I had bought another person's pattern that was some kind of anime, and I stitched it out and I hated it. So I started thinking about the whole anime thing, and my son was here and he was showing me Stable Diffusion, and it's an AI program that creates images, because I kept on saying, well, I don't have any images. I used this AI to create my images for this pattern. So what I digitized, this girl was created from AI. So I didn't buy this design. I did not draw it. This was AI created. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? This is the bag that we're going to be doing in the video. And I have two sizes of this bag, and for some reason, I have lost the other one. Hang on a second. Here we go. Whew. So this bag right here is 6x9, and this will fit in a Bernina sewing machine with a maxi hoop, because I have a Bernina and I have a Baby Lock, and Baby Locks and Brothers, they have huge hoops. Some of the other single needle embroidery machines, they have bigger hoops too. So this bag will fit in most of those hoops. Bernina has the weird oval hoops, so you know, not a lot of stuff fits in them. So you have to have a maxi hoop for this. This is the smaller one. It still needs a maxi hoop in a Bernina. But this one is 6x8. And this is pretty interesting. I made her eyes green because my eyes are green, so I thought that was kind of cute. Now, you cannot resize these designs when you get them. All the stitching for where the zipper placement goes needs to be exactly where it's at. If you resize it, then you're going to get a mess. The column stitch that I used for the background right here for her hair, if you resize it too small, it's going to be a mess and it's going to stitch out awful. So if you don't know what you're doing, please do not resize it. If you're an experienced digitizer and you know how to fix those things, you may be able to do it. I mean, I've fixed other people's patterns all the time, so it just depends. But generally, you do not want to resize these. Anyway, these are super fun to make. The stitching does take, it takes about an hour to make one of these bags. So just be prepared. All the black stitching takes a while. And I hope you enjoyed those. Let me know if you do. Thanks. Here's the supplies you're going to need. I have an 8x10.5 piece for the front. I have a piece of vinyl for the back. And this I got over at Hobby Lobby. And it's 8 inches wide by 24. I have 2 pieces for my lining, and these are the same size, and a piece of batting. And then I also made myself a little D-clip, or a D, I don't know what you want to call it, to go on the side of the bag for the wristlet handle, which I'll probably make out of leather. And let's get started. I am using a Baby Lock Destiny to stitch this out. I have a 8-inch by 12-inch hoop, and I forgot to tell you, you also need a zipper, and I think this one's about 14 inches long. So the first step is to stitch out the outline of the bag on the stabilizer, and this is just a lightweight stabilizer. The second step is to place the batting and stitch it down. Trim your batting, place your zipper, tape it down, and start sequence 3 to stitch your zipper down. Take your front panel, put it right side down, and tape it down a 1/4 inch away from the zipper on the front of the hoop. Turn the hoop over, place your back lining a 1/4 inch in the same position, tape it down. Turn your hoop over and tape your back lining out of the way so it doesn't flop around. Take it to the machine and stitch sequence 4 to stitch it down. Take the tape off the back of the hoop in the front and fold your front lining down and start the next sequence and tack it down. The next sequence is the first color for the eyes, so you want to change your color to whatever color you want for the background of your eyes and stitch it out. This is sequence 6. Sequence 7 is the second color for the eyes. Sequence 8 is the pupils. You'll need to change to black. Sequence 9 is the lips, so change to whatever color you want for her lips. Change to white and stitch out the highlights. Sequence 11 is the main black part of the design, so you need to change to black if you're using black. And this probably takes about a half an hour to stitch out. It's going to stitch some parts of the face first, and then some of the little strands of hair that are kind of by themselves, and then it'll start stitching the main hair and face outlines. And I cut a lot of this out of the video because it was really long. So there's a part in the middle that's cut out right here, and then we're just about done. Sequence 12 is the rose, so change your thread color to the color you want to use for your rose. You want to take your hoop off and fold down the back lining and tape it in place. Make sure you have to cut off some of the fabric. Go ahead and do that. So put it back on and stitch the top stitching. Place your back panel over the front panel. Make sure you cover the zipper and tape it down. We're going to stitch the bottom part of the bag. After it's finished, pull the front or the back panel up, move your zipper to the middle, and place your D-ring if you have one, and tape it down. This is the last step. Take your hoop off and put the back lining right sides together on the back and tape it down. Make sure it's taped really well. Then go ahead and put your hoop back on, and then stitch the last sequence, which is going to tack down the bag. It's going to tack down through all the layers. I'm just kind of pushing it down a little bit to make sure it's going okay. Well, if you made it this far in my video, then that's good. So I'm going to be giving away these little bags that I made for this project. And this one also, this one, same embroidery design, just don't stitch out the anime, and then you'll have this bag. This one's made of canvas. And this little anime bag. Now, if you want to win this bag, you need to put in the comments, put the word anime as many times as you want. It doesn't matter. If you want this bag, put dog in the comments. If you want either one, put dog and anime in a separate comment. And I'll pick a winner next Friday, which is, I think it's September 8th, 2023. So if you watch this video after that, you're not going to win anything. So I'll pick a winner next Friday, September 8th, and for one of these bags. Somebody will win this one, and somebody will win this one. Thanks. Go ahead and remove your project from the hoop and take off all the tape. And you're going to cut right between those lines. I'm just marking it so I know where it's at. And then I'm cutting about 1/4 of an inch away from the stitching line. And then just clip your corners about at a 45, close to the stitching. And then we don't need this stuff on this side, so just move your lining out of the way and trim this. Can do a little better job here. Okay, and there's our lining. And go ahead and turn our bag. I'm turning the bag to where the lining is outside, and then I'm going to trim the interfacing from where the zipper is, the stabilizer. Okay, I went ahead and finished taking the interfacing off and opened the bag, and then I'm going to turn this edge over or under, and I'm going to hand stitch this down. After you finish, turn your bag right side out. There's the end result. I think it looks really pretty. Now, here's this one that's stitched on fabric, and this one was stitched on waterproof canvas, and this has no batting in it, but waterproof canvas is very stiff, so it makes a nice bag. And of course this one is my first stitch out. I had to make some changes, but I think this one looks really good. Hope you guys like it, and I'd love to see if you stitch one out. Thanks.